Wonder Woman. We got a new writer on Wonder Woman. Shia Fontana is writing a five-issue arc with Mirka and also doing the art. So yeah, Heart of the Amazon, I believe, is the title of this arc. And yeah, what did we think? What did we think, Matt? You were distraught. You were heartbroken. You were
Yeah.
crying your eyes out that Greg Rucka was leaving.
This doesn't do much. It's not bad. I just don't enjoy it as much. I don't.
I just want to point out something that just happened there. Man just went, it's not bad, and then Connor's head just went, like, as if he really disagrees with that. He's in shock. Connor, rebuttal.
It's yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's up there with Rocket. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, but I think it's pretty solid. I think it's very enjoyable.
It's just the tone. It's so weird. Like, and
It's
I
different.
get that Shea Fontana
It is
writes
different,
the Superhero Girls book, but like I really enjoyed the stuff at the beginning of Themyscira and like taking Diana's doll away because it's not that if she wants to be a great warrior, she can't play with dolls, and like that's a nice meta commentary on that type of thing. But like just the whole her being a consultant for this weird company that makes apps, I guess.
She's not actually a consultant for an app company,
It was
Matt.
a cover.
It's the military.
I know it's the military, but that's just it's weird. I was just like, and
She's
with
not, even
Edda,
she's not even a consultant. She volunteers occasionally when she thinks she can be useful to the mission.
yeah. So that they were behind that entire mission of so the military is covering as an app company to help refugees in Greece.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Just have her be a liaison to the military.
Well, I think
Like-
they're building to that.
Yeah, I don't think the cover's not there for Wonder Woman, Matt. The cover's there for the military in general. She's just wanting to help.
I get, but she's Wonder Woman. She could just go help. Like, right?
But she wants to do it through the proper channels. She wants to do it through the sanctioned government. She wants to, because that's her thing, isn't it? Diplomacy. Go through it, like do it properly.
Yeah, it was.
I don't-
There's a million
don't-
simpler ways to do it than
I
cover
don't,
through it.
I don't understand
app.
what's complicated about it. She's not doing it through an app company, Matt. She's just going
I
to help.
get that, but that's the cover. So again, Shea Fontana thought we're gonna create this whole cover thing.
But it's
for
not
reasons.
Matt. Hold on, let me finish. It's not
No,
her
no,
cover.
no.
It's Matt. It's not her cover. The military's got a cover. She goes to help because she wants to help. She's back at the base where their cover is because she's there
Right.
to like inform of what
So-
happened because there was an explosion.
So we can get a joke of her like threatening a.
That was a good
intern.
joke. I like that
didn't
joke.
like it.
Do you know what? I think Matt started by saying, the tone is very different. And it
Yeah.
is. I think that's a good thing. I think if they tried to do the same tone as what we just had, I think it would fall flat because it wouldn't be as good. And you go, well, they're just trying to do the same, but it's not as good.
I do have one
just-
problem. I do have one criticism.
I do as well. It's probably the same.
It's probably the same thing. But I quite enjoyed this, if that wasn't clear already. Uh, I don't see how this is any different from her going to save something random in, say, Washington, and then, the military wants to talk to her about what happened, so she would go to where they're based out of, which, would be wherever, government building X or the
Right.
Pentagon or whatever.
But
right?
it was the fact that I felt like they went through all these hoops because it's an app company, we can throw that intern in there, and then it's like, hey, look, we're being, it's 2017, we're gonna throw apps in there, it's gonna be cool.
But-
like it's like, well,
To be fair, Matt, the intern wasn't from this company. The intern came in thinking it was a regular company because he wanted to invite them to the baseball game or whatever it was.
yeah,
Yeah, softball.
Softball.
So again, it's a military cover, but this dude just gets in for a joke.
Well, they've got to let them, if it's a cover building, they've got to be able to have them to come in and out. That's the
It's again, I just
Matt, I'm not gonna lie. These complaints are feeling a little bit petty. A little bit petty.
They can be petty. It wasn't.
I
Wasn't
think
as good as what
that's
I
just
wanted
her,
it to
it's
be.
not Rucker.
No, it's not that it's not Rucka. Even though I have been reading a lot of his first that deluxe that came out, and it feels like they're striking a lot of the same things because early on in that run, you get to know the team of people that deal with her, and it's all very much Wonder Woman through the eyes of others, and I feel that's what Shea Fontana was going for. And I enjoyed that story that she had. Was it the annual?
Either that or the 75th special. One of those.
I
yeah.
enjoyed that. This one it was a rough start. I like where it went, but And the art also wasn't doing it for me. So that didn't
I
help
thought the art was
matters.
fantastic.
I like the art as well.
Andolfo did a bunch of stuff in, I think it was the Bombshell series. I've been reading that. It's great there, great here.
I dig the art. I liked where it went. And it is getting kind of dark. And I think you're complaining that, okay, why is it an app company? Why is it a cover? Why are they in Greece? I'm sure that's something that will maybe be more relevant as we find out more about what the situation is. And because clearly it's a very hostile environment because there's terrorist bombings going off left and right.
Well, yeah, because if it's based on real life and it's like they're threatening the Syria civil war and all that, and we know that there's refugee issues in Greece and Turkey and all that. That seems like a Wonder Woman type story.
It does, yeah.
And so bringing a light tone to that kind of thing, I don't think is a good idea. That's all. So, either don't base it in reality or create something else.
I don't know. I think doing a light tone with it is a good way to explore it because it introduces the issues to people who might not be thinking about it in a digestible way, and then maybe they'll look they'll be more aware after that.
Maybe.
I don't think the tone's actually too light. Like I feel like. That ending, because the big cliffhanger at the end is to show Etta, which is my one problem, is Etta feels completely different to what she was just like.
Yeah.
Like her character feels like it feels like she wanted to tell a story about Etta being this way, and it was like, oh, that doesn't line up with what was just happening. Oh well, whatever, doesn't matter.
Well, it feels more like traditional Etta than what we just got with her being upset over Cheetah and Sasha Bordeaux and that whole run where she just kind of went through hell.
They might sweep this by saying, oh, there's been a little bit of a time gap, and maybe if Rocket comes back later, he'll fill in, Yeah,
or potentially they're saying that maybe she's just throwing herself into this attitude as a way of dealing with it.
Maybe. I feel like the more likely thing, if they ever address it at all, and they might not, but it would be like, if Rocket ever comes back to do another current run, maybe there'll be a one fill-in issue that goes back and explains how the relationship between Wonder Woman and Etta get patched up somehow, or however it develops.
It's a very Rucka thing to do.
Yeah, so I could see that being the case. So that was a problem. But Etta makes her come to this wedding. She's like, no, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to this wedding. Come with me. And she comes, and she's in a regular sort of suit, pantsuit. And she befriends this little girl who's like, oh, you're Wonder Woman. And she's like, oh, will you help me find my doll or whatever it was?
Shoe.
Was it Shoe? There you go. Shoe.
I like pink. Pink's a good color. This... I feel like Fontana based this dialogue off of actually talking to a little kid, because this is how my niece talks. She just offers information that you didn't ask for, but she's just going to tell you how much she loves the color pink and her necklace that's pink, and that was pretty good.
Yeah. And they find a bomb at this wedding under the table, which is right away from X, which actually makes the cover in retrospect a lot more relevant. It actually is, oh shit, that's quite a dark cover now. Now that I know where it fits in.
I've just come back and looked at the cover now you said that.
Because obviously there's that other explosion at the refugee camp earlier on that you could argue is what the cover's referring to, but I feel like it's actually... it's more about that bit at the end. But I was down with this. There's other stuff they're setting up though, because she goes to the doctor to get checked up after, and the doctor's kind of ill. She keeps coughing. And,
something's going on with her.
Yeah, and the other doctor comes in and says, oh, you need to finish this by tonight, and she's like, oh, I'll have to do it, I'm the doctor here, Wonder Woman, don't tell me that I can't stay and work, blah, 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 blah. But it definitely feels like they're setting up something. The doctors are up to something either no good, or something no good's affecting them.
Do you know what I thought was interesting is that the doctor only started coughing after she'd examined Wonder Woman. She's like, oh yeah, you're all in perfect health. And I was wondering if Wonder Woman was carrying something without knowing it, and she'd passed it on. Seemed to be, it was fast acting, admittedly, but I was like, maybe she picked something up when she was out in the fight.
It never occurred to me, just because it's still halfway down the first page of seeing the doctor, so it was the first opportunity to decide to write it in rather than it being an effect of Wonder Woman necessarily.
Yeah, it was more as it was because they said, oh, another perfect physical, and then she starts coughing. So I was like, maybe there's a link there with the dialogue being at that time.
Maybe we'll see.